Well, I hope we're doing okay. I'm here on a live and I'm just about to finish this piece off now. So I've classed it as kind of done. Um, I don't really want to do too much more to it because, as I was saying yesterday in a live, you can sometimes overdo it and do too much, and then eventually you ruin it and you think, well, why the hell did I do that? Why didn't I just leave it? So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, let's just leave it as it is and get it varnished. So that is today's little job, to get it varnished and get it ready for its new owner, who will be getting it this weekend for their golden wedding anniversary. So there we go. So feeling a lot better today than what I was yesterday. Yesterday had a very strange day and didn't quite feel right. I don't know what it was. I can't explain it. I just didn't feel particularly good yesterday. So, but as I was saying in yesterday's live when I popped on, I have had quite a lot on, a lot of different bits and bobs and projects and things that I've started, and thought afterwards, I thought maybe I should have left that until then or whatever. So sometimes you can take on a little bit too much. So maybe that was what it was. Maybe I just took on a little bit too much and just needed a little bit of time out to just sort of replenish the reserves, really. So yeah, that's all I can really put it down to. But I went and had my blood pressure check yesterday, and my heart rate and everything. I mean, I'd already taken my own heart rate and it seemed about right. But I went to go and have it done anyway, and blood pressure, and everything was fine. Everything was okay. So maybe it was just my electrolytes had dropped, because I had walked on the morning. I've been doing a lot more walking lately because I'm wanting to reduce a bit more body fat. So I've been doing a bit more walking. I've been kind of on a bit of a calorie deficit as well. So maybe it could have been my electrolytes, it could have been low blood sugar, it could have been anything. But hey ho, there's no point really in kind of speculating on what it could have been, what it might have been. At the end of the day, we don't know. So yeah, like I say, I went to the get my blood pressure done and everything yesterday, and everything was fine. So I really can't put my finger on it. So I could have maybe just overdone it, maybe just had a little bit too much on recently. So that's a little bit of a lesson for me moving forward. So there we go. But yeah, so I hope folk are well. And I popped on yesterday just for half an hour because I was just doing a few finishing touches to this piece, and I've just realised that I haven't done the edges. I like to do the edges on the canvases, and it's something that I always forget to do. And then in the end it goes out and I'm thinking, oh shit, I forgot to paint the edges. So I'm just going to do that now. So I don't think I'll be able to varnish it today unless, well, I'll be able to varnish it today, but I don't think I'll be able to varnish it while I'm here on this live. But let's just, acrylics do dry fairly quick, so we'll have to just wait and see. Welcome to the live, to those who have just joined. I hope you're having a good day. There's 6 watching at the minute. Let us know where you're from. Let us know how you are, how you're doing. Let us know who you are. And if you feel drawn to subscribe to the channel, please do. If you're new here, this channel is all about wellness, holistic health, Reiki, energy healing, spirituality, raising the vibe. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, do feel free to hit that button. But if not, don't. It doesn't bother me. You've got to go with what you feel is right for you at the end of the day. And this was a journey for me that it was right for me, and it still is right for me. it just helps me to keep calm, keep balanced, keep focused, keep going and doing what I feel called to do, which is trying to, number one, help myself with the various tools and techniques that I use, and then being able to help others with those tools and techniques to just balance them from wherever they may be. And that's the beautiful thing about the different things that I practice, is they all meet you wherever you are. You don't have to be in a certain place, you don't have to be in a certain whatever. The practices that I use all meet you exactly where you are. So the Reiki works with your energy, works with you, works with your subconscious. So I don't need to do anything. The Reiki is just helping you where you are. Hypnotherapy, EFT, it all helps you where you are, because through consultation we find out what's going on, we find out what's occurring, and then we go from there after the consultation, just to see, and we just have another discussion and find out where you'd like to go with that and what you'd like to resolve. It's wonderful to see so many people that are now becoming more openly aware and more consciously aware that there is alternatives to be able to work on your own well-being, to work on your mind, to work on the different aspects of ourselves, to balance all that energy. And art, as I've rightly called this live, art as a therapy is extremely useful. It's a really, really powerful mindfulness craft thing, activity. So it really helps you to take yourself away from whatever situation you might be in and into the place that you need to be within the art. So you can just immerse yourself into the actual act of painting and creating, and it doesn't have to be, that's the beautiful thing about art, it doesn't have to mean or be anything in particular. It's all subjective of you. So whatever you feel, whatever you think is being produced by you is what you kind of like need to do. And sometimes it's just a case of just splatting a load of paint on a canvas just to release some tension. Sometimes it can be stuff that's more meticulous, where you have to really focus on detail, and that really helps to sort of subside the stuff that might be going on internally. So you need that deeper level of focus and awareness. And it's a bit like meditation, meditation teaches us to get into those nice, deep, relaxed, restful places, which then helps to give us deeper awareness and deeper focus of where we are and what we're doing and what we need to do. And for me, meditation gave me such clarity of mind. It really opened so much more up for me to be aware of and connecting to the universe that little bit further. And like I say, you get people that will resonate with that and it will mean something for them. And then you'll get people that'll just think, well, what a load of hogwash. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine wherever they may be. No judgment. No judgment at all. But it's like with Reiki and things like that, a lot of people, I think, believe that you need to believe it for it to work. You don't need to believe in anything for it to work. It will just work. The only thing that really kind of blocks it in a way is just where you are consciously. But the more sessions and the more treatments that you have, the little differences you will see in everyday life within yourself, like how you behave, where you are, what you're doing, how you're speaking to people, how you're reacting to different things. It all becomes a different state of being. And that's because the Reiki is helping, and meditation as well, if you do that as well. It's helping you to become more consciously aware of who you are, where you are, and what you need to kind of work with within yourself. And the majority of Reiki is all about meditation. It's all about cultivating the self. It's all about being able to work on you, work on your mind, work on your mental, emotional state to be able to reach a deeper place spiritually, to then be able to hold space for people, for them to enjoy a level of healing with you. And maybe a lot of people think, well, how can someone heal you? But it's not us doing the healing, it's you that's doing the healing. All we're doing is we're just providing a vibrational state for you to be in by the practices that we use as practitioners, and that allows you to heal. But that's like anything. Like I was saying about art as a therapy, if you look at art as a therapy, and basically all you're doing is you're changing your vibrational state from being quite chaotic and all over the place to being more subdued and more calm, because you re-regulate your nervous system and you're getting more into a nice calm flow state, and that helps to allow healing to take place internally, because you're becoming more calm, you're becoming more regulated, becoming more stable in mind and body. And that is what healing is. If you look at the word healing, or to heal, it basically means to become whole. So you're working on all the aspects of the individual for them to become whole. That's going a bit gloopy. So if you're here, do say hello. There's 2 people on there watching at the minute. But when I said say hello before, everybody left. So I was like, maybe people don't want to say hello. But if you don't want to say hello, that's also fine. It's just nice to connect to anybody that's watching and have a little chat, a little natter. But if you don't want to, that's totally fine. Again, no judgment, no pressure. But yeah, if you're new here and you don't know who I am, then my name's Ian. I live in the UK, in England, northeast of England, and I practice a various range of modalities, from Reiki, meditation. I'm a meditation teacher and practitioner. I'm also a Reiki teacher and practitioner, and I also practice hypnotherapy, EFT, which is known as the emotional freedom technique, or tapping. Some people know it as tapping. And I also practice a little bit of massage, Indian head massage. I do that as well, which is really, really nice. It's nice as a practitioner to receive an Indian head massage as well. What's the orange and blue symbol behind you mean? That one, so that is the Om symbol. So that's the symbol for the third eye. So that is in Hindu philosophy, which is all about the chakra system and the chakras. That is to do with your knowing, your seeing, your connection to your spiritual self. And it's the connection to God, if you want to go down that, or whatever God you believe in as well. So on there it says Om has over 100 meanings. One of them is welcome to the God. But as many believe now, we are God. We are an element of God, and God is within us. And we don't need to seek God. We just need to learn how to connect to that divine energy that is within. And through meditation, through Reiki, through various practices, you can connect to that energy. That is everything. And it's it's not being religious at all. I'm not religious. I just do believe that there is a higher power, and yeah, I don't connect with any religion at all. I'm not a religious person. I have many beliefs that span across everything, really. So I believe in shamanism, and I believe in Buddhism and Hinduism, and so there's lots and lots of different beliefs that I agree with. But yeah, I don't believe in just one, and I don't just follow one. I create my own connection within. And that's kind of like the key to spirituality, I find, is going beyond kind of like this boxed in belief system that this is the only thing you can believe, or have a range of beliefs and then work around your own, and that is kind of like true spirituality in my opinion. Everybody's different, everyone has different beliefs and thoughts and what have you, and so there is no judgment either beyond that. So you are what you are where you are. The more you have that sense of acceptance and openness, the more you connect to that frequency of love, which again is all there really is. Can you do a backflip? No, I can't. I asked because one day I was meditating and I seen that symbol come about in my head, literally after never seeing it before. Yeah, you must have reconnected to it. You must have connected to it. Vlad Kurakov, hi. Wait, bro, did it take you a lot of time to get to the point your paint looked realistic? I don't know. Does it look? It's in like a metallic. I've done it in a metallic paint, so. But I've been on with this for about 5 days now, 5 or 6 days. Like bits and bobs, bits and spats. Not continuously for 5 or 6 days, but I've been doing a lot of it on lives on here. So I've been chatting away while I've been painting. What's that on there? Shite. Get that off. FC Scouts, do a magic trick. Alakazam. There you go. Now you see it, now you don't. Been and gone. I hope you haven't turned into a chicken or anything. Rohit, hello sir, hello you. Are you well? Where are you from? It's 5 to 11, so I tend to get a lot of people from India on at this time of day, because it's usually around, 7 p.m, because it's usually late at night, so 11 a.m. It could be like maybe 4 p.m. in India. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, so 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, so a little bit of a grey zone at the minute, this. I tend to get, it tends to be a little bit busier on an evening, because then the American viewers jump on. But this time of day, yeah, I suppose it's UK and whoever is ahead, unless people are up really early in the US. which I suppose sometimes they are. I'm the one random Aussie scrolling by. Hello, Adam. Welcome. Thank you for scrolling by. What time is it in Australia then? It must be what, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 p.m.-ish, something like that. Rohit, India, yeah. 7:56, yeah, 8 p.m, yeah. 3:26 there. Yeah, I thought it'd be about 8 hours. Yeah, PM, because you guys are like ahead of me. So what's happening in the future? Tell me what's about to happen. Give me some magic. What's it like 5, 6 hours ahead, 8 hours ahead? What's going on? I actually saw a video where someone said that, and they're like, well, how can was that on TikTok? It was something like that. It was, you know, because TikTok's brain dead. It's like, the future is that people would live kind of more humanly. Yes, we're heading that way. We're just seeing a lot of disruption and division at the minute, but that needs to happen. I'm currently just uploading a new video now as we speak to the channel, where I did a should I see it? I don't know if people will be ready for it, but I actually connected to Spirit, and they were giving me information of why things are the way they are, why people are experiencing certain things, and yeah, it was quite interesting. It went on for about half an hour, so that's currently being uploaded, but it won't be going live until I've got videos scheduled till the end of October, so it's probably going to be around about the end of October that'll go live. Yeah, but it was like a spirit channeling. It was very interesting. And I very, very rarely open myself up to do a channeling, but I'd been kind of like, yeah, I just felt called to do it. I just felt that certain things needed to be talked about. So what have you guys done in the future? What have you been up to today over in Australia, India, wherever you may be, whoever's here, whoever's remains? Adam's sick in bed. Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry to hear that. I hope it's nothing too bad. Cold, flu, diarrhea, sickness. What's going on? You in the future are making artwork. Should I ask? I want to, by the way, sir. How do you get connected to Sanatan? Well, I guess because of flu fever. What do you mean, Sanatan? Do you mean spirit, like spiritual energy? How do you connect to spiritual energy? Is that what you mean? That sounds too much like Satan, to be fair, if you ask me. I don't like that word. Hinduism, simply. All right. Do you mean how did I connect to? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. How do I connect to spirit, or how did I get into what I'm doing now? Is that what you mean? Oh, Hinduism is called Sanatan in the older terms. Oh, right, okie dokie. So I'm not Hindu. I don't follow or practice any specific religion. I'm not religious or anything like that. I follow various belief structures. I don't follow just one. But there's a lot of aspects of it do cross over. into different belief systems that I have. So there is an aspect of it, within Buddhism and things like that. So yeah, everyone says that it's because of the poster behind us. But yeah, I'm not like Hindu or anything like that. But I do a lot of meditation. I do Reiki, which is obviously Japanese, a Japanese energy healing modality and hands-on and distance healing technique, as well as hypnotherapy, emotional freedom technique, Indian head massage, things like that. So I do a range of things, but I have lots of different belief structures that some are in Christianity, some within Buddhism, some within Hinduism. And the Hinduism part of it is more to do with kind of like the energy body, the energy system, and the chakras and things like that. So, but yeah, I don't follow like one structure. I'm fairly open to many, which I think, if you're on like a spiritual journey, that's the best way to be, rather than being kind of locked in and a bit blinkered on one thing. Then you just want to become a little bit more aware of other things that go on. So yeah. I follow the beliefs of multiple faiths too: Hinduism, Sikhism, Islam, Norse, Slavic, Greek, etc. Yeah. I think it's the best way, but at the end of the day, like, you follow all these belief structures and all these systems, and they all pretty much say the same thing. They're all just telling you to love each other and be peaceful and to care for one another. They're all saying the same thing pretty much. So yeah, it's how I've described it before. It's like branding. It's like branding certain things. So you brand a certain belief and you call it this, and then people flock to that, and then people flock to that, and they follow all this stuff, and they're always searching externally, but they forget about looking in here. They forget about looking internally and just stopping and connecting to the self, and just looking at how deep they actually are and how much is actually within them that is also out there that they're searching for. So they are an aspect of it. Yeah, so a lot of stuff like that. So this was job number 1 today, was to get this canvas varnished, ready for delivery later in the week. So I've done the front. I need to do the edges, and then it's ready to go. Yeah, and I can get it wrapped up and sent off. But my next job after this is to go and do some more decorating in the bathroom, because I've made a start on that. Well, nearly finished it now. So that's that. So I've just done one similar to this, but it was more of a pinky rose. So it was more like that. Anyway, then somebody wants it for a golden wedding. So I said, could you do a gold rose? So I was like, yeah, no problem. So I'll do that. Looks really good, thank you. Rohit, and in pursuits, I'm an artist, simply branches of the tree, artist, drawing artist, prose, heavier writer, poet, and a bit of philosopher. Sounds like a good mix. Sounds like a really good mix of stuff. Quite deep, so that's good. I think if you want to go find out more about life, and you want to find out more about yourself and how you function, how the world functions, and you've got to go you've got to go deeper. You can't just stay kind of like surface level. And for many years I had my head down the rabbit hole for many years ago, but I tend not to be in the rabbit hole as much now. I tend to just be where I need to be, because I think a lot of a lot of the stuff that we look at where it takes us deeper, it can also be a distraction and takes you away from yourself, from like the present moment of where you need to be. So yeah, but it comes in waves as well, doesn't it? It comes in waves, that sort of stuff, where you'll go deep and you'll look into things, you'll get deeper, and then you kind of like come back out, and then you stay, right, this is where I need to be. I need to be here with myself. I need to be in the present moment. Is your channel mainly about art or meditation, or a mix of things? To be honest with you, the art stuff, I do have a playlist of art stuff, but the art stuff I tend to do on lives. The rest of the channel is more about meditation, Reiki, different spiritual techniques, healing techniques, mental health. Yeah, so it's a range of stuff, but it's all stuff that can be used in everyday life without kind of like the fluff, because you get a lot of channels that are very kind of like fluffy, and the fluff things up and make things sound all this like, oh, isn't this lovely, where in actual fact, you know, a lot of it can be like really shit and can be like quite hard work. And if you're not right in the right headspace, or you're not in the right place within the mind and body to start doing this deep stuff, then you can sometimes do more harm than good, because you find out stuff that you're not ready to find out about, and you need to just gradually work through that nice and gently in layers. So yeah, but there's a bit of all sorts. I have podcasts on the channel where I talk to different people. So I've spoken to shamans, Buddhists, pagans, druids, mediums, psychics, other Reiki healers, meditation teachers and practitioners. I've spoken to a lot of different people on the channel. So yeah, there's a bit of everything. But I mean, if you go and check the playlists out, it kind of like the playlists give you an idea of what's here. But yeah, I did start doing kind of like not live, like art videos, and doing some painting and doing like sort of time-lapse ones where they're like sped up and stuff. But then I thought, you know what, it'd be nice just to like paint and talk at the same time, and just chat and talk about whatever comes up in conversation, and just connect with people on a more one-to-one level, rather than me just sort of splurging videos out, you know, and creating content and putting stuff out there, which, I mean, my videos are never kind of like massively polished. They're never like perfect, and I don't work off scripts. Very, very rarely do I use a script. I use maybe like notes to keep myself on track, because I tend to go off in different avenues quite a bit. But yeah, I think it's important as well for that, for a content to creator to be authentic as well, and not be kind of like so polished that you think, well, there's no way you can either aspire to do this or do that, or, you know. So I'm very kind of like, I try to be as down to earth as possible with things, and not be too out there, or not be too fluffy, because that can put people off as well. It really can. So that was a long answer for your question. That was a long answer for your question, and that's kind of like what I get like sometimes. If the conversation can go in various different pathways, rather than just like a direct like kind of like yes or no. But yeah, explanation is good. Perfect answer. Yeah, it's kind of like it's hard with this sort of I suppose this line of work. It's hard to just give like a short answer, because you want to be kind of, you want to explain it thoroughly, you want to explain it fully, and then that way as well the answer becomes more relevant, I suppose. long answers are the perfect answers when discussing something. I must admit, like, yeah, I do give long answers, but I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were just like me. They went all around the houses, and I just thought, for God's sake, will you just get to the point? I just I just want to know this one thing. Just get on with it. But yeah, I would be exactly the same way. I would go all around the houses until I eventually got to the point. And like my mother's like that as well. It's very much a family thing, but I think it's just that way of communicating, really, isn't it? It just brings different aspects of a conversation into play. I've really enjoyed doing these last couple of pieces, so I might start doing some more flower paintings in future. I'm not really a flower artist. I tend to do more kind of like spiritual art, like this, where it's just kind of like just channeled. I just get an idea and then it just happens. Whereas the last one, the Pink Rose, was a commission, and then this one's a commission as well. But I've really enjoyed doing them, and it's taken me out of my comfort zone a little bit, so that's been really good. So I've enjoyed that. So I varnished it, so it should. Oh, thanks for the loves. So it should help that metallic paint zing a little bit more when it kind of like settles and dries. So, but I hope they like it. I hope they like it as much as I've enjoyed doing it. So, yeah. So there we go. So that's another one finished. Just need to wait for that to dry. Didn't expect to bump into an engaging live. Usually just scrolling on YouTube Shorts, finding all these weird lives. Haha, I'm enjoying, to be honest. You're doing a really good job, and sub to your channel. Oh, thank you for subbing to the channel. That's really lovely of you to say, and I'm glad you're finding it good to connect as well. I think, the thing is, well, you do see a lot of shorts, and the trouble with a lot of videos, well, the trouble with like viewers, and I think we're all guilty of it, is that our attention span now has been kind of like dramatically reduced so much that if you want to try and get a point across, you have to do it within like that much time, and it's like, so you have to like sort of shock people. But then a lot of shorts now on YouTube, a lot of it's kind of like AI created, and it doesn't have any meaning. There's no relevance to it. Even the title of the short, whatever it might be, doesn't mean anything. So you're like, well, what is the point? I'd rather create content that has meaning. Or sometimes my shorts, I make a lot of my shorts out of my long form videos. So my thinking being, if I can get a nice, interesting, juicy bit out of the video that people might resonate with, then it will take them to the longer form video so they can watch it and find out what it's all about. That doesn't really tend to happen though. Like, yeah, you get views on the short, but they don't tend to go to the long form video. And again, that's because of that, I suppose it's that interaction thing, and maybe attention span, or maybe they go to the long form video later. I don't know. I have no idea, but that's my thinking. But then what I did start doing, which I found was more effective for views and for visibility, was I just started creating just random short videos. So there was one of me just like dancing and filming the dog, like looking at me as if to say, oh, what the fuck are you doing? Kind of like, so I was just and the dog's just like, yeah. So I did that. and that got like some like 4,000 views. You know, it's just like random daft little videos like that. So every now and again I'll do that, because I know dog videos always get good views. But obviously that's not what the channel's primarily about, although they are an aspect of my life and our life and here. So yeah, but yeah, it's interesting. But apparently the way YouTube works apparently is changing again. Means out to me. I mean, I try to keep up with it, but I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. I just kind of like, I just keep creating content and just putting it out there, and just if it takes, it takes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. The latest video that I've done that has done really, really well, which has got like, now I think it's over 14,000 views, was the one I did about grounding, and it's had like really good response, and it just kind of like it just took off. I don't know why it took off. It might be because the thumbnail was a little bit kind of clickbaity in a way. Maybe that was it, because I did get a couple of comments saying, oh, this is another one of them clickbait type videos. But did they actually watch it? Probably not. Did they actually spend the time to, because I did get a lot of comments about the aspect of grounding, but their comment was stuff that I'd already covered in the video. So obviously they didn't watch the video and didn't take the time to watch the video. They just sort of thought, well, I'll just egoically make a comment and just, you know, ha ha ha, and just move on. And that's the trouble, I think, a lot of the time, is people don't want to take the time just to watch a video and maybe learn something new, or maybe just let the ego just get out of the way and just take something on board that somebody else has an opinion about. But again, we're in this day and age where if you have an opinion and someone doesn't agree with it, it's like, oh, fucking hell. Like, you know, it's just, it's crazy. It's a bit of a crazy world. But I think there's so many of us now that are kind of, we're not that far gone in that aspect of things. So we're kind of like pulling things back a little bit, because, you know, having an opinion and having a voice is the direct connection to your freedom of speech. And you know, if your freedom of speech is slowly getting quashed and strangled and pulled away bit by bit, then, you know, I mean, Keir Starmer, you know, that knobhead, you know, he was on about, you know, oh, Great Britain's always been about freedom of speech. But as soon as somebody says something, they get locked up into prison or something. So it's very, very, yeah, it's becoming a bit Orwellian. It's becoming very communist, which I know, like, kind of like that's the direction that they want to take, because they want to get this digital ID, social credit system in place. And then they've got that level of control where they can say, right, well, you've not been a good person this month, so you're not going to get this, this, and this, and you can't travel that far. And that's kind of like what they're trying to implement, this level of control, which again is very, very communist, and it's very, very Chinese, kind of like, because they have that sesame credit system over in China, where, yeah, if you're not a good citizen, then you get punished by not getting this much money, or you get stuff taken away, or privileges, or whatever. Yeah, it's very, very, very strange, very unusual. But I don't think it'll ever get that far. I don't think it will get that point, because people have become so aware of the change and the shift in energy and the frequency on the planet, and the frequency shifts between ourselves as well, that I don't think it'll ever get that far. And as we've seen with like things like the likes of COVID and the pandemic, when that happened, and then all the stuff starts coming to light afterwards, you realise that the truth always comes out. What is really happening always comes out, and it always becomes exposed. You know, so when the Buddha says things like, you know, try not to calm the storm, calm yourself, and the storm will pass. and that's a direct meaning because everything that's happened has eventually come out. It's all been shown. So I mean, I've spoken to a few people in the past that are very much like all against the system and what have you, and it's very, very, they're working with a very, very heavy energy internally within themselves, and you can feel it when you speak to them, when you talk to them. It's like, oh God, you just want to just say, look, just stop. Like, I've heard it all before. I know all this. I don't need to hear anymore. But they just keep going and going and going because they're wrapped in the ego still. But hey ho, 'tis what it is, and it's just another beautiful day to be alive, to experience, to enjoy, and to be grateful for. So there we are. So I'm going to head off because I need to go and get some bits done. I need to go and get this decorating underway once again after my blip yesterday. So thank you to Adam for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for enjoying, and you know, that lovely comment. So yeah, hopefully see you in a video soon, or I'll see you on another live soon. I tend to try when I can. I tend to either go live at this time of the day, 11 a.m. ish UK time, or 7 p.m. ish evening time. So yeah, but have a good evening to you, Adam. You know, have a good sleep, have a good rest, and hopefully see you again soon on a live or in another video. But much love, do take care, and namaste, peace.